Hello everyone and welcome back to another deck idea brought to you by Double Sleeved. Today we're covering the red Android 17 / Warriors of Universe 7 deck. For those that don't know, this deck is heavily oriented around that Invoker support. There's kind of a 50-50 split between people that have been screaming out for more Invoker cards and more Invoker support, and then the rest of us that have been burnt from 6 life down to 0 and don't really want to be seeing any more Invoker running around controlling the meta. But Bandai supplied it. We've got the Invoker support, so we're going to go over the cards so that you A, know what you want to play, and B, know what you're going up against. But kicking things off, we've got the leader, Android 17, and we're bringing back the Warriors of Universe 7 tag. For those that don't know, that we can play Universe 7 cards without worrying about their specified cost. Very powerful. Auto, when this card attacks, draw 1, and then auto, when you add a red-blue multicolor card to your energy, switch up to 1 of your energy to active mode and negate this skill for the game. So that first red-blue multicolor card that we charge, we don't have to worry about energy exhaust, so a very powerful effect to get that, not get punished for being a turn 1 dual color charge. And then awaken when your life is at 4 or less, or you have a Universe 7 Z battle card in play with an energy cost of 2 or more, draw 1 card, switch 1 of your energy to active mode, and then add cards from your life to your hand until you have 6 life. On our backside, we've again Warriors of Universe 7, and then auto once per turn. When you play, attack with, or activate the blocker of a Universe 7 Z battle card, we draw 1. So we lose the draw on attack, and now the draw relies heavily on our Universe 7 Z battle cards. And then auto once per turn, discard 1 Deadly Clash from your hand. When you use a rival to play a red-blue multicolor battle card, choose up to 1 of your Universe 7 cards with a rival and it gains barrier for the turn. So just a great way to protect the cards that we're arrivaling into play. Android 17 Calm Judgment, a 1-drop 4K. When this card is played, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, add up to 1 red-blue multicolor card with an energy cost of 6 or less among them to your hand, and then shuffle your deck. We do have to grab specifically a multicolor card with this effect, but we have so many multicolor cards within our deck, we're not too concerned about that. There's a very good chance that we're going to hit either an extra card or a multicolor battle card. And then auto limit 1 if your leader is a mono red Warriors of Universe 7 card, and a red Universe 7 card is in your combo area, and you discard 1 red-blue multicolor extra card from your hand. When this card is used in a combo, draw 1. We are an arrival deck, so we do want to have some synergy to combo these cards to get the arrival into effect, and we get rewarded by being able to draw a card as well. And then next we've got Android 18 Selfless Savior, another 1-drop 4K. This one has a permanent if your leader is a Warrior of Universe 7 card, and there are no copies of this card in your drop. When one of your red Android 17 cards would be removed from your battle area by an opponent's skill, you may discard this card from your hand instead. So a very powerful permanent to protect our 17 cards, especially if our opponent has barrier removal and things like that. This is just a great way to keep it on the field. And then auto, when this card is played, look at up to 5 cards from the top of your deck, add up to 1 red Universe 7 card with an energy cost of 6 or less among them to your hand. So again, a very powerful search ability on both of those cards. Then we've got Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta Beyond Full Power. This is a 3-drop 20k unique dual attack. Permanent, while your leader is a Universe 7 card and you have 3 or more energy, reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand by 1, making it a 2 cost 20k. And then auto limit 1 if your leader is a red Warriors of Universe 7 card and you place this card from your combo area in the owner's drop. When you use a rival to play a red-blue multicolor battle card, you draw 1. So once we get that arrival done, we get the card out, we can then remove this to draw a card. And then auto once per turn, when this card attacks, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards and place it at the bottom of the owner's deck. So some pretty good removal on that card as well, but just a great combo piece for our arrival effects. Alongside the Freezer Pride of an Emperor, this is a 3-drop 20k double striker. Permanent, while you have 3 or more energy, reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand by 1. Auto limit 1, if your leader is a Universe 7 card, when this card is played, draw 1 card, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and it gets minus 25,000 power. And if your leader is a red Warriors of Universe 7 card and you place this card from your combo area in the owner's drop, when you activate a red-blue multicolor extra card, you draw 1 card. So some pretty powerful effects there, synergizing well again with that arrival effect. And we're going to be using the arrival to bring out our Son Gohan Strength of Conviction, a 4-drop 15k, Energy Exhaust, arrival red-blue for 1 red energy. Auto, if your opponent has 3 or more energy and it's your opponent's turn, when this card is played, it gains Invoker for the turn. If we discard the Deadly Clash from our hand as well, using our leader effect, we can also give this card Barrier when it gets played. And then activate battle, limit 1, if your leader is a red Warriors of Universe 7 card and it's your opponent's turn, switch up to 1 of your red-blue multicolor energy to active mode and you can't play battle cards from your hand until the end of your next turn. So very powerful, very synergistic with one another. We play this card, it gains Invoker, and then we have the activate battle to untap the red-blue multicolor card to use for our Invoker. Next we've got A17, the move that turns the tide, one of our boss monsters for the deck. It is a 6-drop 25k double striker, arrival red-blue for a red and blue energy, and then just a permanent, if your leader is a red Warriors of Universe 7 card, this card gains Invoker, doesn't matter whose turn it is. And then auto, when this card is played, look at up to 5 cards from the top of your deck, add up to 1 red-blue multicolor card with an energy cost of 6 or less among them to your hand. Shuffle your deck and then choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 4 or less and KO it. So a little bit of removal there. We get to search the top 5, grab the multicolor card, which we can then use for our Invoker. And then activate battle, limit 1, discard 1 card from your hand, use up to 2 red and or blue cards, both with 5,000 combo power and Universe 7 from your drop in a combo with their skills negated. So a great way to combo out the Android 18 to get it into our Z Energy so that we can pitch from hand if we have it to protect the Android 17 on the field. Moving into some of the old Invoker cards, we've got Son Goku Rival Seeker. It's a 3-drop 19k permanent. If you have a red-blue multicolor extra card in your drop area, reduce the combo cost of this card in your hand by 1, making it a 0 cost 10k. Very helpful for our arrival. And then activate main once per turn. If you have 5 or more energy and you add 2 red/blue multicolor extra cards from your warp to your hand, choose up to 1 red/blue multicolor Son Goku with an energy cost of 6 in your hand and play it on top of this card. For those that have gone up against Invoker before, you're probably pretty familiar with this card. It's a 35k Invoker. Auto, choose 3 of your energy, place them in the owner's drop. When you play this card from your hand, choose up to 3 cards in your drop area, negate their energy exhaust and place them in your energy. And then auto once per turn, when one of your cards deals damage to your opponent, deal 1 additional damage. Very powerful, especially with Invoker and alongside Catastrophic Blow. The activate main, it is limit 1 now. If you have a red-blue multicolor Son Goku in play, or there are no battle cards, deal 1 damage to your opponent. So that can easily be 2 damage for 1 energy with the 6 drop out. And then activate main, send this card from your drop to your warp, look at the top card of your deck. If it's a multicolor extra card, add it to hand, otherwise place it on the top of your deck. Moving into some of the other extra cards from the deck, and from the old Invoker deck, we've got Royal Condemnation, an absolutely busted counterplay, bottom decking an 8 cost or less, and then the same activate main on all of these cards to send it from the drop to the warp to look at the top card. If it's a multicolor extra card, add it to hand. Sleepy Boy Technique, a counter attack, negate the attack, draw 2 cards, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards and return it to the owner's hand. And then Emperor's Death Beam, it is a activate main / battle, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, and it gets minus 30,000 power for the turn. And then the same activate main here as well. Very, very powerful extra cards, and there's a reason that they've carried through all of these Invoker decks and continue to find a place now. Moving into some of the new extra cards, we've got Deadly Clash. Auto limit 1, if your leader is a red Warriors of Universe 7 card, and you send one Universe 7 card and this card from your drop to your warp, when one of your Universe 7 cards would be removed from your battle area by an opponent's skill or KO'd, you draw one card. Again, another great way to move the Android 18 out of our drop area, so that we can then use it from our hand again to protect our 17s. Activate Battle Limit 1. If your leader is a mono red Universe 7 card, choose up to one of your red Universe 7 Android 17 battle cards, switch it to active mode, and it gets plus 10,000 power for the turn. And at the end of the turn, switch up to one of your energy to active mode. Very powerful when you use this with the Invoker to give the 6-drop an extra 10k for the turn. And then we've got Universe 7 Powers Combined. And auto limit 1, if your leader is a red Warriors of Universe 7 card, you place one Universe 7 card from your energy in the owner's drop. At the end of your turn, add this card from your drop to your energy with its energy exhaust negated. So we are getting that extra energy back. And then activate main / battle, choose up to one of your cards, it gets plus 5,000 power for the turn. And choose up to one of your opponent's non-leader cards, and it gets minus 30,000 power for the turn. So it does work as it's kind of like a bean to give us that 5k for the turn and neg one of our opponent's non-leader cards, minus 30,000. Super combo, we've got Beerus Divine Obliterator, an incredible super combo for the deck. If your leader is red or blue and it's your opponent's turn, when you combo with this card, choose up to one of your red-blue multicolor energy and switch it to active mode. So a great way to kind of get our arrival plays done, get our energy back for Invoker. A really good super combo. A couple of copies of Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta Inspired Technique. There is a lot of barrier removal running around at the moment, but our opponent does need to invest a lot of energy to do that removal outside of Black Smoke Dragon, which is only 2 energy. But there's still a couple copies of this card if we know our opponent's not running Black Smoke and things like that. It's still a 19k barrier deflect with Invoker. So if this card is able to stick, it keeps our Invoker online and is just very powerful. And then secret rare for the deck, we've got Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta Unbridled Power, 25k, sparking 25k, dual attack, ultimate deflect, and triple strike. Activate main for 4 red energy. Play this card from your hand, and you may have one of your opponent's leaders get minus 5,000 power for the turn. And then activate main, remove this card from the game, choose all of your opponent's battle cards in unisons ignoring barrier, place them in the owner's drop, and then place one card from your opponent's life in their drop area. Very, very powerful. Moving into the Z deck, we've got Android 17 Impeccable Defense. It's 3 energy, 3 Z energy, barrier blocker. Auto, when this card is played, it can't be KO'd in battle for the turn. It means we're going to be utilizing that blocker effect very easily to stop some big kind of attacks from removing this card. And then activate main limit 1 for 1 red energy and 1 generic energy. If your leader is a red Warriors of Universe 7 card and you switch this card to rest mode, play up to 1 red Universe 7 card with an energy cost of 3 or less from your hand, and at the end of your opponent's next turn, remove this card from the game. So a great way to play out the Son Goku Rival Seeker, to play out the Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta Inspired Technique. We get them onto the field for 1 energy less than what they normally would cost. And then activate battle, if it's your opponent's turn, switch this card to active mode. So we can play this card. So when this card is played, it can't be KO'd for the turn. So we're going to be playing on our turn, and it has that defense to protect itself. So on our opponent's turn, it's not going to be as easy to protect, but we do still have the activate battle, and it is still a 25k, so we can block with this card. And if our opponent doesn't remove it, then we can simply restand it and block it again. Unfortunate that this card can't be KO'd in battle. That would have been pretty broken to be able to stop a 40k swing or something. Does nothing and then restand. And then we've got Son Gohan Daring Onslaught, a 2-cost 1 Z energy Z battle card. Deflect 15k, Z stack 2. Pardon me. Red Universe 7 Z battle card. So we've got the Z Stack 2 Red Universe 7 battle cards. So when putting this card into play or on top of a leader from a Z deck, place up to 2 of the specified cards from your Z deck under this card, and then auto for 1 red energy. If your leader is a red Warriors of Universe 7 card and your opponent has 2 or more energy, at the start of your opponent's main phase, play up to 1 red Universe 7 card with an energy cost of 3 or less from under this card, and then place this card under the played card. So we can play out the 17 from this effect. Then we've got Super Saiyan Vegeta Immediate Response, 2 Z energy, 2 energy, 3 Z energy, and this is 1 red and 1 blue. Auto limit 1 when you use a rival to play a red-blue multicolor battle card, draw 1 card. So a great way to get the cards out onto the field. We've got draw effects from the combo pieces and then a draw effect from this card. Activate main limit 1 for 1 blue. If your leader is a red Warriors of Universe 7 card and you have 3 or more energy, play up to 1 red Universe 7 card with energy cost of 3 or less from under this card and remove this card from the game. Again, another great way to get that 17 out. Super Saiyan God Son Goku Rapid Fire Response, 2 energy, 1 Z energy, Z Stack 2 again, and then auto if you have 4 or more energy when this card is played from under a card by a skill, this card gets plus 10,000 power and dual attack for the turn. And auto if your leader is a red Warriors of Universe 7 card, at the start of your opponent's main phase, play up to 1 red Universe 7 card with an energy cost of 2 or less from under this card, and then place this card under the played card. So again, a lot of synergy between these cards to play out one another and things like that. Very, very powerful effects on them, and a whole lot of good Z battle cards for this deck. It's very hard to run multiple copies of them because we are limited to 7. And then to round things off, we've got Rush Attack, Super Saiyan Blue, Vegeta. Just an absolutely broken red Z battle card. 2 red energy, 2 Z energy, Deflect, 15k. Auto, not once per turn. When this card attacks, use up to 1 mono red card with 5,000 combo power from your drop in a combo with its skills negated for the turn. Again, another great way to remove that Android 18. And then additionally, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards or unisons and it gets minus 15,000 power for the turn. And then activate main once per turn. If you have 4 or more Z energy, switch this card to active mode and it gets plus 10,000 power, double strike and barrier for the turn. We're not going to be accumulating ridiculous amounts of Z energy because we do have a lot of extra cards, but we do want to be utilizing our rival effects as much as possible. So we will be comboing a fair bit within the deck, not as much as some other decks that are out there at the moment, but it can get a little bit difficult to get to that 4 Z energy. Of course, this card does help by getting that 1 extra Z energy on the first attack. If we're on 3 and this card's already out, we can attack once, get up to 4 Z energy, and then do the activate main. But some really powerful cards, as always, with the Invoker support, and very excited to see the top Invoker players pilot this deck. And no doubt that there will be a lot of people that will be asking for things to get touched on the ban list, and perhaps we may see that as well with the upcoming ban list. We may see some of these cards get brought down a level, but for today, this is what I think a deck would look like. As always, if you do enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you at the next deck idea.